Hello! In today's video will be a little bit less serious than last video, but I do have some specific points I want to talk about. So last night I could not sleep. I was like, what the hell? I was not tired at all. So I went outside. I have a yard with a pool and a hot tub and stuff, so I was like, I'll just go swimming or whatever, and then I was like, I'll do a workout. And so while I was doing that, I did notice the moon and how brilliantly bright it was. And so I feel like I needed to talk about the moon today and its energies and what it is and what's special about the moon that's going on today. So in today's moon, we are almost to come to the full moon, which is the 29th. Tonight. I think it's tonight. And so with each moon cycle, traditionally the moon represents a cycle of completion for an intention that you're supposed to set at the new moon. So if you don't do that already, you may already be doing it unconsciously, but if you don't do that consciously already, it can really help excel your acceleration of things that you need to let go. So if you need to set a new intention in the new moon, or if you're ending a idea at the intention at the full moon. All right, so I did a quick card pull for tarot because I like to kind of use it as a guide, and it mainly talked about transformation, clearing, so it went right along with what I wanted to talk about with the moon. Another thing about the moon is it brings power. So we all have energy, we all have power always around us, always in us. What the moon does is it enhances your personal power. So right now I'm really feeling like I am releasing all the things I've talked about in the previous videos. I am feeling rejuvenated. I'm feeling like I know what to talk to. So story behind these Beanie Babies and my shirt off. My shirt off is off. I exercised just now and I'm really hot. Yeah. And so I'm so hot. And so I also am trying to overcome image obstacles, so I don't that's one of my intentions I'm setting, is like, whatever I look like, who cares? Everyone has a different look. So if you don't like the way I look, go F yourself. No, not really. Sorry, that was rude. Alex, how dare you? Anyways, so I'm trying to have some more fun and bring out my inner child. So the first card I pulled was a transformation. These are really cool cards. They're called Cosmic Magic Oracle by Valerie Tejeda. Yeah, cool. So Scorpio, transformation. And so this moon is bringing in transformation of your old selves. Also, I got a glimpse of, like, the more I open up and the more I become one with myself and everyone else, the more my eyes are going to sparkle. So I've kind of like been trying to shed a light on me to make my eyes bring out my eyes. See if this was really true. Who knows? I don't know. I believe in it, so it must be true. But really, ideas, they come from wherever and they pop in your head. So every time you get an idea, think about where it originated from, because I bet sometimes you don't know. It just pops in and you're like, whoa, think about that. Clearing. We have transformation and we have clearing. So clearing out all that stuff that you have set an intention to clear out. Speaking from personal experience here, the month of June of 2026 has been a very, very transformative month for me. So I realized where all of my blockages were. A lot of it had to do with relationships and connections, and so once I realized my blockages, I then worked to close those blockages with love and light. It's not to say that they're gone forever, but it is to say that I'm done with that for now, because we're in different places. I am growing my soul, I'm growing my passion, I am loving everything. And the connections that were not serving me they're kind of stuck in a pattern of doing the same thing over and over and thinking that's the only option they have is to do things over and over and to pay bills. And I did attempt to talk with each of those connections about if they're really living their full passions. Like when they wake up in the morning, what do they think about? Do they think about their job? uh, well, most people, they say, I think about going back to sleep. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's the problem. Because when you wake up in the morning, let's say that you were rich and you had unlimited funds. I mean, it doesn't matter. And you did not have to go anywhere. You didn't have to do anything. You were completely rested. For those of you who would say go back to sleep. What would you do? Like, if you didn't have to do anything because you already had everything, what would you do? And that's kind of what drove me to create this channel, is I would do me. I would want to love, light, help, encourage, educate myself, to share my knowledge with others. I like being able to collaborate with people. Speaking of collaboration, my friend Aaron Lessman, he is a Cancer, like I, and he has the same birthday as me, and we used to work together at Apple. And he has always been someone who I've viewed as like kind of just like me, only in a different body. He's very similar. He actually had his awakening experience when he faced all of his shadows at the same time I did, which is ironic. It's kind of an interesting story. So what had happened was I was like gonna reach out to him when I was going through mine, because I felt like maybe since we shared the same birthday and our astrology is kind of similar because of that maybe he would have some insight or maybe going through the same thing. And to my surprise, all of his social networking was gone. I texted him, I called him, I left him voicemails, and he had disappeared. And I got concerned. I called a friend we had that was a common friend, and she's like, yeah, we're really worried about him. And it was during like Thanksgiving time, and she's like, yeah, we're really worried about him too, because he kind of just disappeared. And I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't know where his new house was, so I couldn't go to his house, and I didn't want to be weird like that. So I just left him a really loving voicemail that I was looking to connect with him, and I missed him, and to please reach out to me when he can. And he did, and he let me know that he was going through the same things as I was. And so that for me was confirmation of a synchronicity of, an awakening to the world isn't going to change if we keep going in the same pattern. The world isn't going to change if we don't wake people up to the fact that love is what makes magic. Okay? So this is a little side note. And then I got death. And the death card, more for me, or almost always, signifies not a death in like real life, but like a death in something, an ending in something. And that ending for me was the ending of my old self and my lack thought. My lack thought of, I'm not good enough. I need to do more. I need to, I'm so stupid. Like, I used to say that to myself all the time. And now I'm like, no, words have power, people. Words have power. Do not tell yourself you're stupid. If you do, correct yourself and correct your mind, correct your thoughts, correct your unconscious thinking. It matters. If you tell other people that and they don't correct it with their thinking because they don't know about psychic protection on themselves, then start doing that and educating people. Because if someone tells you you're stupid and you don't correct it in your mind mentally, if you're told it repetitively, you start to accept that, and that's also a part of hypnotism. If you didn't catch that in my last video, because I did say a lot in my last video, and I was feeling a lot in my last video, but I feel like a lot of that is being released, which I'm really excited about, being able to talk about it and not like get upset. Because emotions are the path to what your blockages are. And then once you clear those blockages, you don't have, you still have feeling, but you don't have to release it anymore. And another thing about feelings is if you do not release your feelings, they're going to bottle up inside of you and cause bodily problems, like physical problems, physical ailments. Things in your body will start not being healthy. So that's why it's very important to have a spiritual, a mental, a physical health conscious, because if you don't, then you're not loving yourself. You have to love yourself to love others. Okay? Then we got some wisdom. So wisdom, and this one is probably the most mysterious one, is where does wisdom come from? The stuff you know that you didn't learn directly from somewhere else. It's just internal wisdom. I believe it comes from reincarnations of past lives, the wisdom inside us all. We all have it. We just have to be quiet and listen. And it is difficult at first to just sit in silence and listen, especially if you have so much going on in your life and you've made it that way because you're trying to avoid things. But it is very important to create a space for yourself where you can be silent, you can just be, and you can let thoughts flow in however they may. And if they don't, then just keep doing it. They will. And if they don't come in right at that moment, you'll be surprised when something pops up later. Like a lot of times I used to fall asleep and I used to think about things as I was going to sleep. And I still do. I kind of just let my mind wander and daydream, and then I finally go to sleep. Like last night I had an interesting dream, and let's see, quick dream. So I dreamed that there was a huge event and everyone was super busy and I was super frustrated and I just wanted to get through the event. And then I wanted to get over with and I wanted to get done, and then there were not enough chairs, and then I was having to do all these things, and then I found out I was supposed to be in charge of something, and it was just like going awry. So I think it was signifying to me that we don't get better unless we work at it. If we don't practice and fail, then we're not going to get any better. And I think that's what my first two videos have signified to me is these are my first videos and I have not practiced. And so I plan on getting better as I go along and show my progress. Communication is the next one I got, which I feel like this is talking about my communication channels here. Also, communications as in the power or energy around me. Wherever it's coming from, it is coming. Like the other day I had goosebumps and I could not get rid of them, and it was hot even. And I was like, why? Am I sick? What's going on? No, don't put those thoughts in your head. Not sick. You are perfect as you are, and you always have been. You're created perfectly, and the only reason there's duality in the world is because people think opposites. If there's a good, there must be a bad. There's not. There never was. We created it because we can do that with our minds. We can create whatever we want. I did put an intention in to meet Evanescence on a more personal level because I have tickets to her concert on the 14th. Her music speaks to me very loudly, and I think I'm one of her Soul Tribe members because she has gotten me through so many hard things that I was not able to express otherwise except through music. And her latest CD really speaks to me. Speak to me. It's so good. You guys really like it if you listen to it. And they used to be a Christian band, I believe. I'll have to look more into that to make sure I'm giving accurate information. But very awesome group, and I love her voice. It's heavenly to me, out of this world, and I love it. So motivation is coming to me. I've been stewing upon this video making process for probably about 6 months. I lost my job in April of 2025, so it's been about a year and 2 months. Yeah. So it feels like it's been way longer, which is weird. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine how long working seemed like. But anyways, motivation. Okay, so I'm feeling very motivated. Then we got prosperity. So think and it will happen. That's all I'm going to say about that one. Think about being prosperous and living your full passion and truth, and it will come. And then we got passion. Passion. Without loving yourself, you can't find your passion. But once you love yourself and you open up yourself to receiving and giving, the passion will ignite. And you will realize that each of us has a mission. Each of us has something in us that we have to unlock. And the only way to unlock it is to love and to feel pain and to live it and feel it and experience it and forgive it, and then remember that you learned from that pain. That pain wasn't there for no reason. It taught you something. It taught you something deep. Okay? Also, I wanted to bring up these wonderful Beanie Babies. I kind of love Beanie Babies. And Spirit has told me for about a year now that I should incorporate in my messages things I love. So I love Beanie Babies. I love the bears especially. So I did bring in some Beanie Babies. I picked them out randomly. based on like the astrology and the month. So we got, this one's name is Cheery. Cheery. And Cheery has, I love rainbows. I actually, last time I was on my way back to the small town in Kansas to see my family, I was listening to a book called The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. And I was really feeling liberated and like spiritually, like I could feel like an energy around me. It was really interesting. And the storm rolled in, and so it was pouring down rain, and I'm listening to this book talk about how there's only one God, and we are all part of God because we are within God's thoughts, and so we are a manifestation of God. And it was talking about those kind of things, and duality, it doesn't exist. And then I was also in what town was that? Walton, which ironically is the last name of my sister's name. But this was born on August 18th, 2000, according to that tag, and according to this tag, 2001 made. So maybe I don't know why that is. Maybe it's a flaw. Okay. This is June. And I picked June out because it is June. And June's almost over. And my birthday is on the 23rd of June. And then when I was looking at this, I was like, oh, look, to Vicky from Mom. So Vicky sold her Beanie Baby. That's okay, Vicky. We won't blame you. I got it. I'll keep it safe for you. But you can't really see it very well, but I love the detail. And the nose has like little sparkles in it. And I just think they're super fun and artistic and really cool on how they're made, because I don't know, it's an art form that I enjoy, and I think it's cool that they are made and they are kept as a collectible, you know. And then for space, comet, moon, this one's name and it's Comet. Comet and Astra are some of my favorites. Ironically, this one's 2000, this one's 2001. Wait, forgot, no. This one is 2002. Okay, so we got 2001, 2002, 2003, and 2004. So I thought that was cool that I picked out one for each year. Astra, and this one is Comet. I love the sparkles. I love sparkles. Sparklies. I love sparklies. They're fun and cool. So I believe that's all for this little touch base with you. And I appreciate whomever is watching this, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.